Welcome to Adventure Outset. This template is designed to help you plan, document, and share your adventures, from simple weekend trips to multi-week expeditions, all in one clear system. In this video, I'll give you a quick tour and show you how to get started planning your first trip. When you first enter the app, you'll land on this welcome page, where you can find more information about the system, quick links to example content, as well as tips on how to get set up. We'll first take a look at the dashboard. At the top of the page, you'll find an overview of your upcoming trips. Here we have an upcoming hike, the Tour de Mont Blanc, and a family road trip along the Great Ocean Road. You'll also see a preview of outstanding tasks and a snapshot of your upcoming itinerary. You'll see a quick view of your calendar, as well as an interactive map where you can view all of your adventures. If you scroll down further, you can view your latest updates, including your latest journal entries, trip expenses, as well as your latest updates in your gear closet and your pantry. On the right-hand side, you'll see a view of all of your trips, whether in a gallery view, another interactive map view, or a table view. At the bottom of your dashboard, you'll see featured learning articles that will be added regularly, as well as a preview of our Discord community where you can engage with like-minded adventurers. Returning to our navigation menu, you'll find links to dive deeper into the other aspects of the system, including a dedicated trips dashboard, as well as more details about your tasks, calendar, gear closet, expenses, and journal. To demonstrate these features, we'll create a new trip using one of the built-in templates. You can start planning a new trip using one of the buttons in the trip dashboard, or using the quick action button in the navigation menu. Once you've created a new trip, you can open it in full screen by clicking this link in the top left corner. From here, you can start adding information about your trip, but to help us get started, we'll use one of the built-in templates found at the bottom of the page. You can see the template has populated some page content, as well as added an icon and image, and tag this trip as a multi-day hike. We can now add details to the trip details section at the top of the page and give the trip a name. Keep in mind that the trip starting point will determine where your trip shows up on the interactive map on the dashboard. Scrolling to the main body of the page, you'll see a place to add comments, which can be especially useful if you're collaborating on this trip with others you've shared your trip with. The main section below is where most of your trip planning happens, and you can go as simple or as detailed as you like. First, the to-do list. Here you can add tasks manually, or use the automation button to quickly populate essential tasks leading up to your adventure. The route description section is where you can add information about the trail, access, hazards, and other important research info and links. In the itinerary section, you could plan each day of your trip in as much detail as you need. Some trips may stay very simple, while others might include detailed sub-items so nothing gets missed. Once you've recorded your first day with the starting date of the trip, the Add Date button will build consecutively. The Daily Mileage and Elevation tab allows you to record more details about your planned travel for that day, as well as your planned campsite and difficulty level. In the weather section, it's a good idea to record the expected weather conditions for your trip, and you can also embed a live weather widget for your destination. In the map section, you can embed maps from popular mapping software such as Gaia GPS, AllTrails, or Onyx Backcountry, as well as add screenshots, images, or links to web content. In the gear list section, you can meticulously plan the clothing and equipment you'll bring on the trip. This can be done manually, or you can use one of the automation buttons at the top of the section. You can then add notes for the trip or make any adjustments as needed. You can also use the Gallery tab for a more visual overview of your gear list. The food and consumables section works the same way as your gear list. And you'll notice that if you've already planned your itinerary, the food and consumables section will automatically adjust the quantities to match the length of your trip. In the expenses and documents section, you can record all of your trip expenses, as well as record documents like receipts, tickets, and travel documents, as well as see the difference between your budget and actual expenses for the trip. You'll notice that as you plan your gear, food, and expenses, a useful summary information will appear at the top of the page, including your pack weight, nutrition totals, and overall trip costs. In the last section, we have our journal. This is where you can document the trip either during or after your adventure, so you can look back and remember the trip and share with your friends and family. You can also add photos, comments, and emojis to further enhance your record keeping. To share with friends and family, you can use Notion Share features at the top of the page to collaborate with other users in your Notion workspace, or you can publish a static web page so you can share with others outside of your workspace. This can be a great way to share trip details with a trusted family member before you leave on a trip. In the case of an emergency, they'll have access to all of your detailed trip plans. Now that we've planned our first trip, we'll see it appear in our trip dashboard along our other outstanding tasks, our other booked trips, as well as our latest journal entries and expenses. So that's a quick tour of how Adventure Outset works. Your next step is simple. Create your first trip, choose a template, and start planning at a level that feels right for you. From there, you can explore the learning resources and community when you're ready to go deeper. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.